Oh, my back hurts already. I've only been sitting here for a couple minutes and my back already hurts. Trying to use good posture. Well, hello friends, welcome back to the YouTube channel that I have recently re-emerged and rejoined, I guess. I don't know where that sentence was going, but I just took it somewhere and now we're here. So I have been wanting to either write about this or make a video on it. I don't know. I want to talk about it. I wanted to put it out on the internet because I like to hold myself accountable. That's just what I do. Part of what I do is I put my goals and my personality on the interwebs so that people, I don't know, either it holds me accountable or other people can feel inspired from it, and I don't know, maybe people are curious about what I'm doing. I feel like I'm not normally one to have like resolutions. I think I wrote a blog post last year about my resolutions coming up, and I don't normally make them, like I don't normally make anything specific. Like I it's not that I'm like, oh my god, I'm too good for resolutions. It's just like I have different moments in my life where I feel motivated and I will create goals for myself here and there whenever it seems like a good time, I guess, or even an uncomfy time. Whenever I'm like, I need to change this, I try to do it as soon as possible. I don't like putting things on the back burner. And I know that resolutions are important. Like, you know, some people feel a little pressured, you know, they need the extra push, you know, they need like that time, like, oh, it's January 1st now, it's time to start the goal. I get that. I totally get that. I'm not discounting resolutions. Like, they are very important. So yeah, today I wanted to talk more about my creative resolutions, or my creative goals rather, because I have already been kind of starting them. I don't want them to start on the 1st. I'm trying to just start them as the available time comes up. So I've been working as a printer for the past couple months, and I just moved. So like, life's been a little crazy. I've been trying to get used to my work schedule, but I've been doing some things on the side to let my creative energy flow a little more. If you are new here, or if you don't really know me very much at all, it's fine. I get it, okay? It's a small community. Well, my name is Lydia. Hello. I have a design degree. I do freelance design, photography, I blog. I do all that on the side. But as I said, I work as a printer. So we're here. We got a foot in the door. We're doing things that kind of fuel my creativity, and I'm just trying to have fun with life. On the side, I like to game and stream as I game, and I don't know, I like doing projects for people. I like taking my own photos, aka my blog. I take my own photos, I write. They're all just creative hobbies and outlets, but also a passion of mine that I like to do as a profession. So I wanted to make a list of things related to those passions of mine that I can perfect in the coming year. You know, list of goals based on people who inspire me, based on where I am in my life right now, stuff like that seem doable. And I wanted to put it out there so that you guys would know what my plans are, you know, what I'm up to, what I'm thinking about. I wrote on a small piece of paper some things and doodled, of course. Anyway, here we go. The list might be small, but they kind of stem off to different things, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be talking. So I'm just gonna start talking about it, okay? Okay. My first 2021 goal is to perfect my photography. I know that photography takes years and years to perfect. I have only taken one photography class in college, and that was a black and white, like, darkroom class. So that was the only class that where I really learned like the technical aspects of the camera and like composition in that sense. So since I don't really have access to a darkroom anymore, I've just been kind of trying to perfect my more digital stuff. I've always been someone who does like minimal editing. Like, I just kind of, you know, change the brightness and contrast, and like maybe I'll color correct it a little bit, but in general my style of photography is pretty clean, you know, pretty simple, pretty fresh. That's kind of how I like it. I like to boost that brightness, but I still try not to get any like boring shots like that. But recently, I've been watching a lot of Jessica Kobisi. She is a photographer on YouTube, and she's so funny and cute, and I love her, and she really knows her stuff. She's been, I think she says she was self-taught, and then maybe, I don't know if she said she took any classes, I don't remember. But her works are incredible. She does more like fashion photography, like catalog kind of stuff, so really cool. So anyway, I've been watching a lot of her lately, and I'm like, oh my god, like there's so much stuff that I could be doing. Like she knows how to use Photoshop. That's more of her skill. And so I'm like, I barely know how to use Photoshop, like at all. So that's another one of my little goals. I want to learn Photoshop more, and she's definitely someone who's motivated me to do that. But like there's been a drastic change in how I've taken photos, and if Jessica can grow, I can grow too. So recently I've been trying to get a little more creative in my blog with my photos. So I wrote an anxiety story part 3. Hi, I have a little series on that one. So in this one I was kind of talking about my mental health through 2020, how I've kind of coped through it, stuff like that. And the photos I wanted to take with it were, I wanted to push beyond just like normal like nature photos or anything like that. Like I wanted to push myself, so I actually was like, I'm going to use 3 light sources. Weird concept, but I had an idea. So when you look at these, the cool tone is actually the natural lighting from outside. It's like that gloomy, cool toned winter lighting coming in from my window. The warm lighting is actually a bundle of string lights that I have. That I kind of bunched them up and wanted that warm light. And then the pop of color is actually the different color changing options on my oil diffuser. So I took the lid off of that so it'd be a little brighter, and I kind of was like wiggling everything around, trying to find really cool angles and stuff for all of these. And I took so many shots, and I ended up using my favorite ones. I would go in there and I went into Lightroom, and I just I boosted different levels of saturation. I changed the temperature on some of them so that, some of the backgrounds were yellow. Like one of my favorite ones, the background is yellow and the foreground is just this bright pink. And it's just amazing. But it was a fun time, and it was a fun little photo challenge. So my goal in all of this is to keep challenging myself to do stuff like that, where it's just like not my normal clean photo editing, but rather doing my own thing here and there, where I want to start taking portraits of people and using really creative coloring and composition. And that's another reason why I want to learn Photoshop, is I want to learn, I've learned dodge and burn when I was in my darkroom class. So I learned like physically, like gotta dodge the light so that it's like, the actual photo looks lighter there, it doesn't expose as much with the light, or burn where I'm covering the rest of it and getting that light hitting this part of the photo, stuff like that. I learned that in my actual photography class, but it would be cool to learn all those aspects and incorporate them into my more composed shots, and learn the different effects and see how that can impact my photography this year. So definitely, if I'm spending like 20 bucks on Photoshop a month, I might as well put it to good use, I might as well truly learn it. All right, the next thing I want to challenge myself to do is to actually go back through and reread my design textbooks, or at least reference them during projects. I have a ton of textbooks. When I was moving from my old apartment to this one, I have a box full of just design textbooks, and I haven't really put them to good use since graduating. Like I know I could donate them or resell them, or either one, but I myself feel like I need to at least reread them before I give them away. So that is my goal on that. I need to perfect the technical aspects of my design and my photography, and I can do that by actually studying it. Any kind of design aspect of my life was originally self-taught, but then obviously we got a degree in it, so we took a lot of classes. But regardless of the actual application and getting critiqued, you got to actually apply what you learn in the books. And I'm more of a skimmer, I skim the books, I don't really read them. So I want to go back through and really understand things that I might not have known. So that is what I want to do. I want to go back through, see other people's techniques, and see how I can inspire myself, and especially learning more tips and tricks on my different Adobe software programs. I can hopefully become even stronger. All right, next up, I want to use YouTube and Twitch more. That's my next goal. Hi, how are you? I'm here. Nice to meet you. I think YouTube is a fun place to be outside of my blog. My blog is definitely somewhere where I like to put everything. I like to put everything that comes to my brain that I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to talk about that. I put on my blog. But if it's a side thing, I'm gonna try to put it on YouTube. I will. I don't know what this channel is gonna be yet. I plan to make more podcasts that will come on the YouTube channel because it's been like over a year. With COVID and everything, we have pretty much neglected the podcast, but I will bring that back. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's at Snack on Track. It's mostly shit posting. We have a good time on the podcast. It's a good time. Check it out. So that is definitely staying on my YouTube channel. I like to talk about mental health on my blog. That's why I started it. That's why I continued it through the years. But, you know, any kind of random things, any stream highlights, anything like that, I'm going to put on here. But also any side things like this, I felt like, oh, I kind of want to talk about it instead of writing about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Obviously, I don't have a clear focus on what I want to do yet with this channel, but it will happen, okay? Something cohesive will come out of this. I pinky swear at some point it will make sense. I'm just here trying it out. As for streaming, at this point on Twitch, I have 43 or 44 followers. But in general, being a streamer is actually so fun. It's such a fun hobby, and it would be really cool to make a little extra money with that, to turn into money. My sister told me I'm a Capricorn, and this is apparently in my brain where I'm just like, I can make money doing this. I just want to live comfortably, you know what I mean? Not rich. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Yeah, I would like to keep streaming, perfect that. I have an office in this new apartment, so I'm going to try to set things up in there so that I can actually stream and film in there and kind of use that as my workspace. So I think it'll be fun. Yeah, that's my goal with that. I just want to keep it on. My next goal is that I just want to keep on freelancing. You know, my favorite part of designing is branding for people. I love creating design concepts for startup businesses, making little style guides or big branding manuals. Like, I like doing it all. Even if I'm just doing like a business card or something. So fun. Oh my gosh, so fun. I'm very collaborative in my design process, so I'm very quick to email back and forth and be like, what do you think of these? What do you think of this? What's your kind of vibe? What kind of mood are you going for? So I can help kind of develop this branding. Like, what does your business do? Help me understand, kind of deal. It's a good time. I have fun with it. But I would definitely like to do a lot more of that this year. So I created an order form on my blog so that if people want projects from me, they can hit me up on there and request a little custom order. Okay, I have many options for what we can do together. Another thing is I'm trying to make more money from my actual blog. I currently make $0.00, but I recently bought my own domain. So now it's instead of grinsandneedles.weebly.com, it is now grinsandneedles.com. So that's why I bought my domain. Hi. And I actually opened a little store on there so you can buy my pre-made designs. So I currently have my works from my project called Aces Stationery. So you can get stickers, you can get prints, you can buy them in bundles. It's a good time. So I'll leave the link down below for that, but it is available on grinsandneedles.com. I'm so excited about it. And I also do have some paintings on there that I have made, so you can always check those out as well. Okay, check them out. It's a good time. As for my route with creating content like this, whether it be on YouTube or on my blog, I like to, I don't know, keep things very personal. So like with the YouTube channel, I plan to do kind of like Estee Lalonde does. Like, she's a huge inspiration to me when it comes to her channel and her aura in general. I love her so much. She does very simple editing. It's very content oriented, like whatever she's doing in that video, we're just gonna hang out with her and she's gonna do the thing, you know? If she's gonna clean out her closet that day, by golly, I'm gonna have her sitting here, I'm gonna clean out my closet too, and we're just gonna hang out like we're besties. I'm just trying to be simple with my content and have a good time with it. And yeah, I hope you guys are liking what I'm doing so far, and I hope you guys like what I do in 2021, baby. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for a new year. Like, just not having to say 2020, it's gonna be beautiful. Just 2021, here's to a better year. I know that our problems are not gonna magically go away, but gosh darn it, we are gonna make the most of this year. So yeah, I hope you guys look forward to what I have in store. And I'm excited to talk, maybe I'll talk more about my design on here. Maybe I'll showcase it a little more, who knows, but yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for the new year. Hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys are staying healthy and not being too much of scoundrels. Nothing wrong with being a scoundrel, but keep it minimal. No, be a scoundrel, whatever, have fun with it. It's almost 2021, so check out the resources down below. I include the COVID fund and BLM resources. I include those down below. Forgot to mention that in my other videos, but I try to include them first and foremost. Same with my blog. So check out resources. Have a good time. Keep on grinning. I'll be back. All right, I'll be back. Bye, guys.